Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Dylan, and welcome to Dylan the Truth Podcast. If you guys are new to this channel, I'd like for you guys to subscribe to it and also hit that like button. Deeply appreciated. Now, this segment is about my Los Angeles Lakers. I'll touch on how the season's been going thus far. Their record right now currently is 3-4. I believe they're 10th in the West right now. But it's very early. It's only 7 games into the season, so I'm not gonna really panic at all because it's very early. They could really turn it around. But there are some glaring weaknesses that I witnessed with the Lakers. It's very glaring, and it can be concerning if they continue to go this route. Three of them. One is that they don't really have good starts in the first quarter. I believe like they lead the league is in terms of like deficits that they're trailing by 10 points. Like that's what they're averaging in these first quarters. For whatever reason, they're always finding a way to come back, and that takes a lot of energy out of the team. Whereas if you have a lead, then you can build upon it, and then your star players like Anthony Davis and LeBron James could get rest, so they don't have to burn out like towards the end of the third quarter, going into the fourth quarter. That's the first glaring weakness I see. The second one, this one really annoys me, is the offensive rebounds. They've been getting killed on the offensive rebounds. After the game against the Clippers, we thought, like, you know what? They had a big lineup, big three lineup, basically. They had Anthony Davis, Christian Wood, and Jackson Hayes. They did neutralize the Clippers a bit. They contested their shots because they're big and long. So it was kind of hard for Paul George and Kawhi Leonard or any of the guards to score on them because they were much smaller than the Lakers. The Lakers have a big squad. That's their advantage. So I'm thinking after they beat the Clippers, they'll be on a high and they'll continue this. But when they went to Orlando, there was no effort at all, no energy. They lacked sorely in that game. I mean, I don't understand what they were doing. They were getting killed on offensive rebounds. Like, if you look at the game against Orlando in rebounds, Orlando out rebounded them by 11, 51-40. Offensive rebounds, 19-10. That should not happen because the Lakers have the advantage as far as the size, but yet somehow they're getting out rebounded. That just tells me it's not always just about the size alone. You have to want it. You have to go for it and grab it. You need to get back to the fundamentals, meaning that you have to box out. Grab a man, spot out the guy, and box him out and grab the rebounds because these offensive rebounds are killers. They're backbreakers because it's like they're playing great defense, but they don't finish off the defense because they don't grab the rebounds. In order for you to finish the defense, you have to grab the rebounds, which they haven't been doing. Second chance points, 36-15. I mean, that told it all right there. That's why they lost. Because if you watch that game, Orlando had just a strategy where, they're going to shoot and they know if they miss, they're going to grab the rebounds. And that was their whole offense. And if they don't miss, that's just what it is. They didn't run sets or anything like that. It's basically they were, doing some high pick and rolls, setting up for threes, and then they knew that they could out rebound them because they were more hungry. They wanted to get their revenge on the Lakers because I believe it was a couple of games before the Lakers had beat them in Los Angeles, so they got their revenge on the Lakers. The game against Miami, the rebounds wasn't too bad. Miami had 44, they had 38, Lakers. Offensive rebound once again, 11-5, and in second chance points, 13-6. These are killers. Those are the glaring weaknesses I've seen so far from the Lakers. They pretty much done, and Sorry, a fourth one is their 3 point percentage. Now, we thought like they would have been, they wouldn't be the best 3 point shooting team, but I thought they would have been much better than what they are. Um, Currently, right now, they are sitting, where are they sitting? They're sitting 29th right now. That's unheard of. Like, for a team like the Lakers, there's no reason for that to be even happening. Like, how is it that you're shooting basically 30%? You're second last when it comes to the percentage. So my thing is, I mean, until they get their full roster, there's a lot of guys that's injured. Um, we can't really fully judge them until we actually see the full roster for what it is. If you look at it, they're missing Jared Vanderbilt. That's the biggest hit so far because he's their best perimeter defender. I could easily say he's arguably the best perimeter defender in the NBA. That's what they're missing because if he was there, then everybody would be aligned back to their normal position. There will be more depth. Everybody would do what they normally do if he's on the lineup, but he's not there, so it's a little difficult. Then you have a guy like Gabe Vincent. He did play a little bit, like the first couple of games, and then he's been dealing with some soreness in his knee, so he's been out. I believe he's not going to be back for another 2 weeks. I think Vanderbilt about the same. He's dealing with some heel issues. Rui Hachimura, he did play like a couple of games, but then I believe one of the games, which game was it? I'm not too sure which one it was. It might have been this against Sacramento, and I believe he got poked in the eye, and I guess the light was bothering him, so it was giving him a concussion. So they had to do a concussion protocol. So he's missed the last couple of games. He obviously brings offense. He's a mid-range master. He can play physical defense. Another guy that's about 6'9", another size that you're missing. Jackson Hayes missed the game against Miami. I believe it was a sore ankle, and then Anthony Davis got hurt during the game against Miami. I believe he was going through some groin issues. I mean, if you really look at it, the injuries so far is like hurting them. But regardless of what, I mean, whoever you have, you gotta show up, man. Like you have to bring in that effort, and that's what I don't like from the Lakers so far. They're not bringing in the effort, and I really don't like that. If they're trying to compete for a championship, they gotta bring more effort than that. They got the talent, no question about it. I don't see why they can't make it work. You still got to give this team time until they're fully healthy. That's when I could really assess them. But as of right now, they're only playing like an 8-man rotation. So that means that LeBron's gonna play heavy minutes, meaning that's not good in the long haul. We're trying to cut down his minutes to like about 28 to 29 minutes. We don't want him playing high 30 minutes and 40. In the case it goes to overtime, we don't need that. We don't want to burn him out. We're trying to save him for the playoffs. That's when LeBron James is at his best. When he's fully healthy, rested. The same with Anthony Davis. But the difference with LeBron and Anthony Davis, LeBron is always going to bring it. We all know what he's going to bring. Anthony Davis is a player that plays emotions. Anthony Davis easily could be a top 5 player if his mentality was like Giannis Antetokounmpo. Like Giannis Antetokounmpo is not the most talented player, but because he has the mentality like that Kobe Bryant Black Mamba mentality, the sky's the limit for him. I believe if he had that mentality, he's definitely a top five player. He can't be stopped. There's nothing that he cannot do. I mean, he could score, he could rebound, he could defend, he could assist the ball as well. He could guard post up guys, bigs, perimeter players. I mean, he could do it all. He has handles for a big guy. I mean, now mind you, he did start off as a point guard when he was in college or in high school, and then when he got to college, I guess they put him as a power forward. But he has the handles. He got all the skills. He got all the tools in the world. But the only question mark with him is his mentality and can he stay healthy. Now, it's not all his fault. A lot of these injuries that he's getting are freak injuries. I don't think I could ever recall any NBA player since I've been watching it that's been like cursed with injuries more than Anthony Davis. I can't think of any other player. This guy's been getting hurt. And that's what's hindering him, and that's the stigma about him because they're always saying, "Will he be healthy?" It's always a big if. Anthony Davis, you know, if he's healthy, he could do this, he could do that. But yeah, I just don't like what I'm seeing from the Lakers. They gotta brush up on a couple of things. For one is the rebounds. They have to grab the defensive rebounds. You cannot give your opponents extra chance, second chance, because they always get burned when they do that. It's like they would play solid defense and then, the shot goes up, they miss. You expect them to grab the rebound, they do not do it. And then next thing you know, you kick it out to a shooter, they end up scoring because you gave them life when you give them an offensive rebound. That's what guys don't understand. And that's what the Lakers need to focus on. They have to go back to the drawing board, go back and do the fundamentals, box out, and grab rebounds. Because it's so frustrating. Like, I'm not the only one. Obviously, Laker nations are frustrated with what they're seeing. Because easily, they're what, 3-4? They should be easily at 5-2 right now. Let's be honest. They should be 5-2. They should not have this record that they have right now. If they put in the effort, this would never happen. Because the game against Orlando, I believe in particular, they went in there because of their name. They're like, oh, well, we're the Lakers. They're going to bow down to our feet. So, they're just going to lay down to us. No. They're a scrappy young team. Every team gets up to play the Lakers. I don't know if these players don't understand, when you put that jersey on, you're going to get every opponent's best shot because it's the Lakers. Everybody wants to beat the Lakers. That's just what it is. So, that's basically all I have to say about the Lakers. I know they will turn around. I'm not worried at all. This is a team that's too talented for them not to figure it out. Once they start to get the new players acclimated to the offense, we got to figure out like what certain players like to do. What are they, I guess, what's their niche on the team? Because we did find some good things. Like Cam Reddish has been playing well, especially defensively. Um, Gabe Vincent had his moments, short, brief moments. Jackson Hayes had his moments. Christian Wood has been playing really well. Defensively, he's been solid. That was a question mark going into the season. Will he put in the effort on the defensive end? So far, he's been doing that. Especially that game against Phoenix Suns when he had to guard Kevin Durant in the fourth quarter. He made Kevin Durant shoot 2 for 7. That's impressive. Like I said, you're not gonna stop Kevin Durant, but if you could contain him and make him take tough shots, that's all you could hope for. Then he did a solid job. This team will be a force to be reckoned with. Just give him a little bit of time, and they will get it clicking. Um, I'm not worried at all, not in the slightest. They will be just fine, and I will leave it there. I would like to thank everybody who tuned into this video. Till next time, peace.